back to another episode of Troopers Travels. Done 2 follies previously. I've done Needle's Eye, I've done Stand, and we're going to go to a 3rd folly today and hopefully get to the top of it if I can get in, because it's all fully booked up. But I'll just show you a bit of landmarks around this area first of all, and then obviously I'll give a few facts and a bit of this folly. Alright. Right, as you can see there's a big bull, so I don't want to go too far near that. It looks a bit nasty, that. A big brown in there and all. So if you look forward now, if I can just zoom in on it if I can. I'm not sure if you can see that. That's the Doric Lodge. That's as far as you can look into it, Doric Lodge. And then if you go to that side, let me just have a look. You can see Doric Temple there. I'll just try and zoom in on it. That's your Doric Temple. That's obviously on the private estate, so you're not allowed to go into that, unfortunately. And then if you go to the right, I think I've done a video of this about this before. That's Stand. And then around that area, where that wooded area is, that's where the Needle's Eye is. And obviously you can't see it from here, but on the top side of there, that's your Rockingham Monument, which is currently closed, indefinite for now, I don't know why. But we're at Kepples Column, so let me just span round. And it's actually open to public. It's actually official opening day today, so we'll have a look round it, get some footage of it, and tell you a bit more about it. Best of it I can tell you anyway what I think I know. If I'm wrong, I do apologise. But it is open to public, and you've got to book it online. It was fully booked when I checked it, but I'll see if I can get into it. Fingers crossed. They're also doing some type of audio art thing about people's experience at Kepples Column. I believe Richard Smith, one of my work colleagues, he's been on it as well, because I want to listen to it. But it's an amazing building. Well, folly, one of the largest follies in the UK. Well, South Yorkshire rather, one of the largest folly in South Yorkshire. As you can see, it's really busy. First day opening, I'll correct myself from a previous statement I made, it's the largest folly in South Yorkshire. This is Kepples Column. It's a grade 2 listed building. Obviously, if I explain, it's on the highest point in Rotherham, it's the highest elevated point in Rotherham. It's 115 foot high, built between 1773 and 1780. And it was commissioned by Charles Watson Wentworth, the second Earl. He was Prime Minister between 1750 and 1782. It was built in honour following Admiral Augustus Kepples' acquittal of Court Martial George on 11th February 1779. So he basically got off what they were trying to blame him for. But as you can see, it's really busy. And obviously that's your Scold College down that end. Poor Admiral Keppel, well, he was a Royal Naval officer, and they reckon they deemed poor management at the Battle of Ushant in 1778. He was court-martialed, but he got acquitted. And then his friend, because he was a Whig, same as Charles Watson Wentworth, literally he built it. Initially it was going to be 45 feet high, allegedly. It was done by John Carl, architecture, famous 18th century architecture. He'd done some more stuff. I think he'd built some more follies as well in Park. And initially it would be 45 foot long, and they would have an obstacle on the top of it. And initially where the port was, if you go down that end, the way the Rockingham Monument is. When you go to Rockingham Monument, if ever you get a chance to see it, there's 4 obsolete like big, oh, they're just like pillars either side of it, but he wanted to have it on there, but then he decided to actually build it higher, which, yeah, it's quite, I will go around it and tell you a bit more about it anyway, like I said. But yeah, it's a lovely building. The folly were built in the style of a Roman architecture column style of Tuscan, and I think it was unveiled to public in 1780. They reckoned Admiral Keppel and Charles Watson Wentworth and Fourth Earl were on top of it beforehand, but they've told me in there it's not true. Charles Augustus Keppel were never there. That's what they reckon anyway. Now, Keppel were obviously a political friend, obviously, of the guy what owned Wentworth Woodhouse. They were a Royal Naval officer, and he obviously were a Whig. Apparently it shut in 1960 to public due to it being unsafe, and it's now been opened up by Rotherham Borough Council. Right, and apparently according to the stone when it were built in, it were Ashwood stone, but the lady who done the tour said it were red sandstone. Possibly that might be in the middle. There used to be like a metal thing around the middle, but apparently since it's all been done, and so it's fit for purpose for people to visit, they've now put them on the inside, and they've bricked some windows up. I don't know how many windows there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possibly. No, 4, maybe 12 windows, 4, 8, 12, 16 windows. But some's been bricked up because they've put bird boxes for stallings and sparrows and things, and they've actually sealed the top off, so when you get halfway up it you can actually see an hole in the top of it, but it's actually with glass. It'd be fantastic to get up there. But I'll put that footage up later. An interesting story, they're doing like an audio art thing where basically you walk around that, they give you like an headset, and it tells you people the experience of it, local people. And one of the things it's talking about is, well, in theory, the first 45-foot one where he wanted to build initially, the 45-foot high column. We got an estimate from a guy called John Hobson, which was stonemason, £115 and 3 shillings. But obviously the second Marquis obviously then decided to go, wanted it 78 foot adding on top of that, and then it progressed then to the Kepples Column idea. But yeah, we're a really nice place, and it's filling up. People should be coming out more often to see a place like this. Leeds Council, they've done a fantastic job with it anyway on the outside of it. But we'll have another look round it, have a quick look round. I don't know whether they're going to Wentworth or not, but yeah, it's a lovely day. I don't know if you can see the middle of that. You notice there's a bulge in the middle. This is called a emphasis. It's what to support the structure to make it look straight. Obviously, if you wanted it higher, we have a statue of Keppel on top of that, but it wouldn't cost too much. So I think they decided at that, and initially they would have some stone sculptures of ships either side of it, according to that. Yeah, but yeah, lovely day, and there's fellow YouTubers here as well, which is a good thing. Pick some good tips up from them. Joshua Daniels over there, if you can just see him. You can see Joshua Daniels. He's there. I can't really see him, with the guy with the blue t-shirt on. peaceful day. Every time I have a day off, it's absolutely amazing. Lovely fresh air. Lovely fresh air, that.
Right, is that everybody then? Right, Pete here, volunteer, he will be going up first, then you lot, then Josh, so these two guys will be looking after you when we get up on the top. You're wearing hard hats because as you're going up there, initially the surface above you is way above, but there's a risk of falling debris. But then when you get right up close to the top, it's very low. So you're going to have to duck. So as you get near the top, look out for those lower areas. If anyone's nervous about heights, then don't be ashamed to say so, and you can be brought back down, or you can just stand on the steps with your head sticking above and get the view that way. Right, okay, Peter, do you want to do that for me?
Ooh, steady, mate.
Right, that's fine. Got windows ever so often so you can see the view. Do a look up. It's not actually open to the elements. Oh, mind your head as well if you want to. Just mind your head. Yeah, do a look up. It's not actually open to the elements. It's very thick glass if you look up.
Yeah, surprising. There's enough to get to people in this.
Do you want to make way and step in?
Yes. Is this lift at rest at where?
Yeah, so it's solid up to here.
Interesting is brick inside, isn't it, and stone finish.
Yeah.
Cheaper to build.
Because it had different phases in its history. So originally it was going to be in a place on the pedestal, so that's why you've got the sandstone at the bottom. But you can see here, these are the underside of some of the steps.
Oh,
You can see as you go up. Yeah.
It's the chap what guys
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Yeah.
So we're okay? Yeah. I scream and hate because that's my mother.
So the stone steps are still underneath them.
Yeah, we weren't able to repair them, so these are just what just passing 120, about halfway.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is more internal now.
Yeah. It's a lot better without that on, isn't it?
All right, yeah. Yeah.
I know a chap that lives in Australia and he used to live nearby.
Alright.
And he says his granddad helped once came up and carved his initials on one of the steps inside. So I've got to look out for them, he said, but I don't think I'll see them.
No,
Yeah, they're covered up.
we are coming to the bit where you just have to mind your head. So just be aware that you just get a little bit low on the head.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, wow. Yeah, this is a wow, isn't it? Yeah.
So just have a couple of minutes to have a look at the view and then we'll talk about.
Just a bit more information about how many steps it is. There's 220 steps on in this column, 220 steps, which is probably not for faint-hearted. And obviously, thanks to Josh Daniels, I'll give him a shout out, the fellow YouTuber. Apparently it was used for doctors, for patients to walk up it, the 220 steps, and it good for cardiovascular exercise, and obviously fresh air on top. Obviously at the time it was like an industrial place, and if I can get that on there, it was industrial oven were quite, the air quality wasn't right good, to be fair, but we'll have a look round it, and try and get if I can do it straight. We'll have a look around it anyway and see what we can see. I do believe, I don't like going that way, just go back that way. It's what it took a long time. Understand that why it's moving. Anyway, I'll have a look around it, and I think on top of it there's actually an engravement of 1778 because it took seven years to build. So we'll have a look anyway. I might be wrong, 1780, 1773, 1780. We'll have a look anyway, but I'll show you around it. And it's open.
Try not to have a flat tyre in the way in this morning. That's why I was a bit late this morning, don't know if you were told. I got off my street and it was flat, like. I thought of all the days